probably why he's going with the Wolf. Excuse me, because Wolf, while will suffer from the same problems off stage as the other two characters, actually has a bit better advantage on stage, especially with like the ability to approach diagonally with Nair. So we'll be able to throw out that lingering Nair to try and jump past a lot of Min-Min's hitboxes, and then also, of course, has that Wolf laser that we're seeing here to try and create a little bit of space. So it is going to be interesting to see what Merf's plan is here. And we know what Xerzal's plan is, and that's just kill.
Absolutely. No, Merf's going to have a lot of approach angles, really approach Min-Min where she does not want you to be, going in those diagonal angles. Hopefully we see a lot of that out of him.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing that a lot of people
He died.
He's dead. Thank you, Wolf. Thank you, Wolf. Very cool.
Incredible.
That back air is a war cry.
The fact that other things combo into the back air, I think, is
the fact that everything combos into the back air.
No, absolutely. But we're really going to want to see Merf absolutely smother Xerzal this set. Otherwise, not give him a chance to breathe. Otherwise, Xerzal's going to take the opportunity to stay on his shield and stay at range.
And I mean, that's where Min-Min struggles the most, really. We talked about it a little bit earlier with the Sheik factor, where it's just rush down characters in general that can, like you said, smother Min-Min, make sure that she doesn't really have the opportunity to get those setups with the arms to create space where she can't breathe. That's where she struggles the most. Now going to be trying to get up past. Merf just throws out that lingering Nair and finds the hitbox anyway.
Merf at a point where he is not having to play the aggressor necessarily if he doesn't want to. He can really be a little bit more passive, a little bit more choosy with where he picks his opportunities and farm up some more percent with laser.
The interesting dynamic that you see in a lot of characters versus Min-Min as he finds the kill there, I believe. No, he's just barely close enough. In a lot of characters versus Min-Min is that once you play against Min-Min enough at the start of the set to build up enough of a lead, you no longer have to play versus Min-Min. You don't have to play her game anymore.
Absolutely.
Speaking of which, he finds that up smash out of shield on the landing bear, and now with this much of a lead, Merf can just kind of chill out, get his hits when he needs them, and then chill and shield the rest of the time.
Absolutely, and Xerzal is probably coming in a little hot off of that Kip set, but he's finding a little bit of a rock wall this game one with Merf.
Gets caught by the fair dash attack, and Merf back up to his old tricks. Got caught in the Min-Min zone for just a little bit. You know how when Olimar's doing that thing on the ledge with the double Pikmin, that's the Myron zone. I think we'll call that the Debuzz zone.
The Debuzz zone. There we go. Now, Xerzal, a player from Tuscaloosa, he's had a lot of success there. I think he is starting as a freshman there, so this is his first real semester being in the Alabama scene. But he's found a lot of success playing Min-Min in this state. Originally from Dallas-Fort Worth area, I believe, or also Texas in general.
So he escaped the Bayonettas by coming up.
By coming out here and playing against all the Wolves and Swordies, absolutely.
I would rather play against all the Wolves and Swordies than play against Lima. I'm just being straight up with you.
Absolutely. But I don't know. I don't know if you'd necessarily want to be playing against Merf right now, looking very dominant in this game one.
I would rather get dominated by, destroyed by Merf in any situation than get destroyed by any Bayo, because that's just, at least when you're losing the Wolf, you're like, okay, that makes sense. When you get Bayo'd, it makes no sense.
No, you're just feeling a little rough around the edges coming out of that character. We're very patient on that tech situation, not getting caught by any of the arm shenanigans, the 1-2. On ledge does not find that up smash though.
It's actually interesting that we've come this close, despite the domineering start from Merf. This is actually just like a back throw side B away from Xerzal stealing this away, but he's got to be careful with his landings.
Absolutely, no, he's content with continuing to F tilt, just keeping from ledge to ledge. But this is looking like a much more even game than you would have expected moments ago.
Oh, be careful. Gets the dash attack, and that's going to be it. But like you said, much more even of a game than we would have been expecting originally.
Absolutely. I noticed Xerzal kept out the chakrams towards that later percent. I wonder if it would have benefited him a little bit more to have one of the other arms out. I don't know if he was really content with using that to space out on Wolf and keep him going to ledge instead of using a neutral.
The Ram-Rams are ridiculously fast is their biggest advantage, especially the Ram-Ram Nair, I believe, is like frame 4, which is actually ridiculous. But in that situation, I think what Xerzal was really looking for was to get Merf off stage and then gimp him with Ram.
Absolutely.
And because he wanted that early, he wanted that cheesy kill to avoid having to play Wolf's game.
Absolutely.
Wasn't able to find it, but he came damn close a couple of times.
No, absolutely. Instead of trying to find the straight hit, the raw hit in neutral with a megawatt, instead opting to try and push him closer off stage in a situation that Wolf really does not want to be in.
Well, speaking of his position that they don't want to be in, Xerzal finds himself off stage yet again, but gets back up on with a couple well-placed megawatt hits. Now, Merf trying to find this kill on ledge, gets the lingering nair again, but hasn't found anything substantial quite yet.
No, this is Merf's ledge trapping is usually very incredible, very reactionary, very oppressive. However, we're not seeing him being able to really catch Xerzal off guard in any of these situations. Perhaps Xerzal is just doing a very good job of mixing up his options.
I mean, Min has a lot of options to mix up, but is going to be able to be caught by that up smash out of shield again. So we saw a couple stocks go the way of the dodo during the first game. Probably be seeing that a lot more throughout this set. The biggest thing, though, is that Min can kind of just subvert ledge trapping in general a lot of the time, because she can just do either drop down double jump and then a side B or a side air, or just completely ignore it in the first place by rolling behind and then throwing out an air.
Absolutely, and we're seeing Merf really weave through these double shot arms very well. Xerzal actually holding one of the shots there, going to catch Merf off stage there in that situation. Fantastic. Bear gonna send him off stage.
Oh, where are you going, Merf?
Situation. Wherever he wants. That's the real answer. Get up attack and condemn them back to neutral. Looking for more ledge play. Merf really going to want to find his way in and get this kill, so that way he can sit a little bit more prettier in shield.
Coming back up to stage, barely avoids getting caught by the 2-frame, and a good air dodge there too. Gets away from the frame trap that I think Xerzal was looking for, and almost finds the rising nair to take out the stock there. Doesn't get it quite as easily as he would have wanted, and Xerzal actually having a lot of more survivability than I think I would have expected by a Min in this situation. That's for certain dead, right? Yeah, okay.
Absolutely. No, Wolf Nair, a very, very potent edgeguarding tool, just lingering, extremely good hitbox angles that it sends at. And now Xerzal back in the exact same situation he was 5 seconds ago on ledge.
I mean, that's where he's just kind of been living throughout this set so far, is just on the ledge, being caught by Merf over and over with just throwing out the nair, because Min doesn't really have a ton of options, especially with Merf playing as reactionary as he is. He just waits. As soon as Xerzal picks an option, nair. As soon as Xerzal picks an option, nair. Absolutely.
He's letting Xerzal try and force his way into neutral, and then just playing around that very, very well. Honestly, I'm feeling like FD is just, it almost feels like it's too small of a stage. It feels like Merf's really, really taking good opportunities to smother him in these situations. You almost want, this almost feels like a Smashville size stage the way that Merf is playing it.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's because the center of the stage, it's being used here, but throughout the duration of this game, the center of the stage practically hasn't existed. It's just been on the ledge the whole time, with either Xerzal trying to trap Merf on it, or Merf trying to trap Xerzal on it. Regardless, that is going to be Xerzal flying into the side blast zone with just a raw dash attack.
Absolutely. Merf going up 2-0, probably feeling a little bit confident. Got a lot of really wanting to get the run back on Moppin, really wanting to get his hands on the money that he may see in this tournament. We'll see if we see another different counterpick out of Xerzal. We see Town and City now. Correct me if I'm wrong, is the base a little bit larger on Town?
It is longer than FD, yes.
Okay. So we're going to see maybe a little bit more center stage play, hopefully from Xerzal, is maybe wanting to capitalize on.
The interesting thing here is that you're going to die. And there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, because Wolf, on this stage, just a killer.
Absolutely.
So I'm interested to see what Xerzal's game plan is going to this stage, but especially when it turns into the FD variant, Wolf just, it's going to be death at 70 with back air.
Absolutely. He's not going to get as many, Merv not going to have to work about as many ledge trapping kills, and is more than likely just going to get a lot more raw kills off the side.
He has at least so far been kept out by Xerzal's use of the Ram. And that's another callback to what you said in between games 1 and 2, that he seemed a lot more confident using the Ram than he has using either Megawatt or the additional Dragon. Granted, I don't see very many players using the additional Dragon. The one on the main hand is enough.
No, we're really wanting to have the other options, the change up in frame data to really mix up your pressures, really mix up your timings and your kill confirms, kill situations. And off stage, yeah, he is rather dead.
Super duper dead.
Absolutely. No, merf really gonna claw his way back into this stock. However, he's gonna get this opportunity in the ledge. Not doesn't grab it. We haven't seen almost any use of Min-Min's normals out of Xerzal. We're using see him mostly using the arms in situations. I don't know if Min-Min has as much use for her normals outside of Dare in this matchup to land.
It is interesting, and I don't really think that like anything outside of Nair is like worthwhile for Min-Min in most situations. Like you said, outside of landing, just
incredible.
barely missing the timing. He's going to die anyway, and maybe eating my words a little bit here that this wasn't a great pick against Wolf because Xerzal's just absolutely dominated here on town.
Absolutely, merf getting caught by a lot of these dares and landing. Maybe need to be a little bit more patient, a little bit more in shields. To catch these landings.
We'll see, because Merf just hasn't been able to find the kill at all. He's already at 52% off just a single set of interactions. And Xerzal's still alive at 189. Absolutely insane survivability. Tries to land, he's still alive. He's going to live to 200. He is going to live to 200. Everyone falls out of Wolf F tilted higher percents. That's how it be sometimes.
That's just the move, unfortunately. The property being a double hit move, very very unfortunate for Wolf in that specific circumstance. Dash Tech finally gonna find his first kill.
Wolf would he's already top tier, but he would literally go he would somehow be above top tier if F tilt wasn't a multi hit and if it connected consistently just to kill.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, we're seeing a lot more RPS, I think, from Xerzal in the sense that
he's gonna die.
He makes it back to ledge, able to weave his way through there. Back on center stage, however, now in a very tricky situation for Xerzal.
And there's going to be the megawatt hit. He's super dead.
Absolutely, very okay with getting that straight hit on the megawatt as opposed to finding an edge guard.
And I mean, eventually, we talked about it earlier, one of those stray hits is going to connect, one of those stray hits is going to kill, and eventually Xerzal does find that game. I believe that was game 3, right? Yeah, because we had PS2 and then FD. So Xerzal now at least finds a point on the board. It's 2-1, but that means it's Merf's counter pick, and I'm interested to see where he goes, and I'm also interested to see if he sticks with the Wolf.
Absolutely. No, I wonder. I don't know the set count, but the set count history between these two players, but from what I believe it's in Merf's favor. We're gonna see a Wolf. Same story, second verse.
Merf thinks he's figured something out. I don't know if this is the smartest idea, just based on how domineering Xerzal was throughout most of that game, but he was starting to claw his way back in towards the end, so it's very possible that Merf finds something here.
I don't know if Merf would be benefiting from the more close quarters stages, such as the Triplats and Smashville. In either of these situations, one of those three should be open by this point.
I mean, I think for sure that FD was banned after how the FD game went previously. Okay, he's not going to die here. Came very, very close to it, though. Xerzal very nearly had like a 40% kill off of that.
Absolutely. No, I think the running joke between Huntsville is that Merf on town is a terrifying beast. However, hopefully we get to see that come out in this game 4, because we certainly didn't see Game 3, unfortunately.
No, not at all. I mean, we did start to see it towards the end of the end of the game, rather, like I said, but the platform coming in, like you say, he's a terrifying beast on town, and the stage is there with him just to give him a little extra helping hand.
A little bit of a moonwalk there. Not going to find the back air confirmed. Do you think that would have killed?
Absolutely. It's town.
Ooh, finds an air off stage. Not gonna get the kill, however.
Chasing up onto the platform, tries to get those lingering hits, but neither one of them connects. Smurf has a second opportunity, but that shield looking a little bit small there. Needs to pop out of it and ends up off stage, deep caught by the ram to the face. Ends up losing the stock first, so it's not same as the first, but it's still looking very similar.
Absolutely. No, Xerzal doing a much better job in the RPS of throwing out one of his arms and then going for a jump read either with Nair or with his second arm, and just keeping Merf locked down, not just approaching from the air.
The down air coming in, though, not going to be able to find anything either way. I actually would have expected a punish out of shield from Xerzal. Merf didn't get caught by it, but this is looking a little bit too reminiscent of how Game 1 went, with Xerzal literally still alive at almost 200%, and this is not a dead Merf, actually.
No, but we're seeing an almost near 3-stock situation from Xerzal yet again after this.
If he can take this stock, that is.
Absolutely.
He's looking for the megawatt nair, but instead it's actually going to be the landing up air from merf to take down the stock. So still looking very, very good. Still has the opportunity to kind of wring back the distance between them. That is if Xerzal doesn't find the stock here, and merf needs to find a way back to center stage.
Absolutely. merf going to try and take his time, not going to try not push his luck too much, trying to get this lead back. And we're seeing him back on ledge, unfortunately. Xerzal holding down center stage very, very well in this set.
Trying to come back to stage again, and it's Min ledge trapping for you. merf's got to find a way past this. He gets onto the platform. The platform there, kind of a saving grace for him. But it can only keep him protected for so long before he has to touch down again in front of Min, and Min is just going to abuse you for that.
Absolutely, and we're not finding any of his straight hits to get these confirms off, to rack up any of his percent. No, he just seems like he's not able to find a hit at all. Even though he seems to be getting in, but Xerzal's able to leave out just a little bit better to reassume the situation that he would like.
Tries to come back down, lands with the nair actually. merf still trying to get a lot of these lingering hitboxes, but the one thing that we've seen a lot on Town and City is that he hasn't really been able to find any of the meteor hits. We haven't seen the back airs, we haven't seen the up smashes, we haven't seen any of that sort of thing. The best we've been getting is just a couple random dash attacks like that. It's just been, a couple landing nairs, a couple landing fairs, and then really nothing else.
No substantial combos out of that, unfortunately. And merf is going to find this kill here with that lingering nair. However, got a large mountain to climb back. Now off stage. Having a lot of issues recovering high as well. He's having to opt to recover low, but that's just leading him into these ledge trap situations, unfortunately. Not able to circumvent the ledge trapping as he probably would like. He died. Oh,
he's not dead quite yet, but he very nearly does die. There's a universe, Rex, where merf takes it with a fair back air, which I'm seeing right here, almost finding the offstage nair as well. Xerzal needs to be very careful with how he plays this.
Absolutely, no. It seems like there's going to be. Oh, and that's going to be the.
Okay, that is going to be the game. But it was looking like, at least for a split second there, that Xerzal might have been dropping the game and the set to merf, because that comeback factor was right
absolutely
there.
No. That percent lead was substantial, but to feel that pressure going on you, especially after having so many close to kill situations, is terrifying.
For sure, and I mean, going to be running it actually, I think this is our first game 5 of the whole event. Running it right back to Wolf Min, running it, I think that was back to Town and City. There's no way, merf. There's no way you ran it back to Town City again.
What a mad lad merf on Town's as historic as the people say.
merf on Town has lost 2 games in a row.
Absolutely, but hopefully we see a little bit more adaptation out of him. Just to keep calm and get his approaches in. But we're seeing
right back to the same old song and dance.
Absolutely, no, a little bit of cornered situation. Xerzal keeping center stage on lock.
Tries to get for the grab there, and Xerzal doing a great job of just avoiding any of merf's inroads to this set. Tries to find it, actually gets a really nice conversion there, sending Xerzal deep off stage, but that's about all, and that nice combo is just what it took to even up this percents. Like, it didn't even get him that a lead at all.
No, absolutely. Now both of these players at an even percentage. However, merf gonna try and keep him in the air. Very interesting situation. Ooh. Is that up smash gonna kill? No.
That tall Town and City ceiling going to thwart merf. I think not the first time in this set. And it's going to allow Xerzal to live to see another day, and potentially make merf regret letting him live to see another day as he tries to land with that megawatt.
Absolutely. merf using this platform to his advantage, trying to get some extra height out of his jumps to force Xerzal.
Oh, there he goes.
Incredible. Yeah, I like how he's using these platforms to gain extra height out of his jumps for approaches, for aerial approaches.
And he also managed to use that platform very, very well. One thing that's interesting that I literally have not seen merf do yet, I have not seen him side B at all. Like, in this entire event, I've yet to see merf use a wolf flash.
Absolutely. No, he's very, 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 very cautious of using the move for, I think, very reasonable reasons. However, there is a mix-up factor that you have to consider.
Especially with recovery.
Absolutely, and perhaps with Min, he just feels unbelievably unsafe in using it. Almost saw an early kill out of merf there.
almost on a late kill out of Xerzal. Very nearly found that edge guard, but at least for now, this is the complete reverse of everything that we've seen in the past 2 games on town, with Merf living a ridiculously long time and keeping Xerzal stuck in a pretty bad position on the ledge.
Absolutely, we're seeing Xerzal use the megawatt hammer instead of using the chakra, now pulling out the chakrams for these low percents. Perhaps he's really wanting to use it for more of these straight kills.
He definitely wants those early edge guards too. Tries for the down tilt in, instead going to just roll back, try for the double nair as well. But Merf keeping his distance pretty confidently. He knows he has the huge lead. He knows he's not the one who needs to approach, and he's more than happy to just keep his distance.
Absolutely, having to be very, very smart with his double jumps in a lot of these situations. Otherwise, they'll be squandered into a ram, unfortunately. Using laser, a lot of these lasers going over, perhaps trying to read Xerzal reading his jumps.
Read the read. The lead.
Absolutely, and I think that's just the level of complexity that you eventually have to reach with these with these players at the level that they play at.
The scary thing here is that Rage, that double clanked on the dash attack. That's interesting.
Yeah, I don't like that at all. As a matter of fact.
But yeah, the big thing here is that with full Rage, with Min Min's toolkit, Xerzal could find himself taking this stock sooner than Merf would probably like, as long as he can hold on to his own stock. And we're kind of back to how games 3 and 4 were, where Merf is just really, really struggling to find any meaningful hitboxes.
Absolutely, no. He's getting a lot of lasers, racking up a lot of percent, but none of that matters if you can't land any of these straight hits.
Can't land the bear, can't land the up B, can't land... Well, he can land the dash attack, and that is finally going to kill, especially on the platform, upwards of 180%. So, Merf still holds on to the stock lead. Let's see if he can get a big damage combo here. No, only the double up air, thanks to his platform abandoning him there.
Forward throw not quite sending Merf off stage, however, he is on the ledge in a very precarious situation. However, weasels his way in to get Xerzal in that position.
Oh, there's the wolf flash.
There's the wolf flash.
Out of all the sets that I've seen him play today, the first time I finally see Xerzal go for that wolf flash.
We see Wolf Nair do not send Xerzal out, which is a very unfortunate curse that Merf has had lately, and Wolf Nair sending into the stage, unfortunately, and then leading to his own demise.
It's an unfortunate situation to be put in for sure. And speaking of an unfortunate situation to be put in, he's stuck on the platform against a Min Min spamming aerials.
we say stuck on the platform, but I think he's relatively content to stay on these platforms to give himself the extra height. Another up smash trying to do a roll read, but not finding it, unfortunately, for this kill.
Does manage to get the neutral B, tries to get the wolf laser in, but doesn't manage to get anything off of it, and oh, he's gonna die off of this.
No, he saves his jump, gets back to up B, but one more ledge trap, and this could be a terrible situation for him.
The biggest thing here is that it's actually Xerzal's fault that, I almost called him Shark, that Merf made it back, because he was impatient on pulling the trigger on both of his tilts. If he had waited just a little bit longer and waited for Merf to burn that double jump, it would have been curtains.
Yeah, but Merf looking a little bit antsy on his ledge trapping. Xerzal finding center stage.
Oh, is that going to be it?
Kill.
Rage, Min Min catching Merf with a punch to the jaw and kind of giving up a pretty clear sign of stop running it back to Town and City when you've lost 2 times in a row.
No, Merf going to find a very, very unfortunate, yet another set that he's, where Nair is sent inwards as opposed to outwards, really going to haunt him. I think that happened in his Frostbite set, where he lost both games 1 and 3. To that, unfortunately.
I wanted him to counterpick. He lost twice in a row on the same stage to the same thing, and he was like, you know what? Let me run it back to the stage again.
He thought he could figure something out in the matchup. Was pretty confident in sticking with it, but unfortunately not finding it for him. So Xerzal going to move on to guaranteed 4th. We're going to see.